Mike Tyson, at 58, not in his prime, lost to a YouTuber half his age and yet stood on his toes. Physical condition, he managed 8 rounds of 2 minutes against Jake Paul, but he was about to die for this fight. Mike Tyson then wrote in his recent X post, "This is one of those situations when you lost but still won. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets to get in the ring one last time." The physical toll was immense, but Tyson fought his way back to health with unwavering determination. Referring to his health, which was not quite stable in the last couple of months, he then wrote, "I almost died in June, had 8 blood transfusions, lost half my blood and 25 lbs in hospital, and had to fight to get healthy to fight, so I won." For Tyson, the night's highlight wasn't just stepping into the ring, but doing so in front of his family. He described the pride and emotion of having his children witness his effort and grit as he faced a much younger opponent. Mike Tyson then wrote, "To have my children see me stand toe-to-toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter half my age in front of a packed Dallas Cowboys stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for. Thank you." Tyson's return may not have ended with a win on the scorecards, but for the legendary fighter, the night represented a personal triumph.
First and foremost, Mike Tyson, it's such an honor. Let's give it up for Mike, bro. He's a legend. He's the greatest to ever do it. He's the GOAT. I look up to him. I'm inspired by him, and we wouldn't be here today without him. This man is an icon, and it's just an honor to be able to fight him. And he's obviously the toughest, baddest man on the planet, so it was really tough, like I expected it to be.
Mike Tyson stirred up excitement in the boxing world by calling out Logan Paul for a potential fight, hinting at the possibility of stepping into the ring with the popular YouTuber turned boxer. Tyson, known for his unfiltered personality, added fuel to the fire by boldly addressing Paul's meteoric rise in the sport.
Comes to mind?
Well, I don't know. Maybe his brother.
You want to fight Logan? Logan, I think he said you might be next.
I'll kill you, Mike.
No, please, no.
It's on then.
Just don't step on his toes. It's all forgiven.
Do you really think you can kill Mike?
I actually think I would kill him. Yes, I'm not going to fight Mike Tyson.
Logan, never one to back down from a challenge, responded in his signature brash style, saying, "I will kill you." The exchange instantly set the internet ablaze, with fans debating whether the clash of the boxing legend and the viral sensation could become the next blockbuster spectacle in the sport.
Logan, what do you make of Jake's performance tonight?
Absolutely stupendous.
What did you think of Mike Tyson?
I love Uncle Mike. He's just such a, I mean, like, that was impressive, no?
Yeah.
For a 58-year-old. Hi, how are you? That was, yeah, he's like tough, proud of him. Weathered the storm with a young brute named Jake Paul. I think Jake let him live. I do.
He wants to fight you, bro.
Yeah, he wants to fight you next. What about that?
I think he wants money. I don't think he wants to fight me.
Would you take the fight?
No.
Why? Gotta say it.
Mike Tyson, the once unstoppable force of boxing, stepped into the ring once more at the age of 58, defying the odds and expectations of millions. Facing off against Jake Paul, the YouTuber turned boxer Mike Tyson failed to deliver an electrifying performance and was criticized by the fans worldwide.
Tonight, Jake Paul became the most valuable heavyweight champion in the motherfucking world.
Let's go.
With an astounding 60 million households tuning in to watch the main event live, the fight reached its peak with 65 million concurrent streams. Alongside the headliner, the co-main event between Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor also drew massive global attention, with nearly 50 million households tuning in. The Serrano vs. Taylor rematch is now poised to become the most watched professional women's sporting event in US history, showcasing the growing appeal and power of women's boxing.
The hype is real, man. The hype is real. You just crashed the #1 streamer in the world. Sorry to those at home that Netflix is down. It'll be up momentarily.
Joe Hand Promotions, a leader in premium live sports programming, distributed the event to over 6,000 bars and restaurants across the US, further amplifying its reach. The fight broke records for commercial distribution in the company's 50-plus year history, highlighting the unmatched anticipation for the night's lineup.
First and foremost, Mike Tyson. It's such an honor. Let's give it up for Mike, bro. He's a legend. He's the greatest to ever do it. He's the GOAT. I look up to him. I'm inspired by him, and we wouldn't be here today without him. This man is an icon, and it's just an honor to be able to fight him. And he's obviously the toughest, baddest man on the planet, so it was really tough, like I expected it to be.
Malignaggi did not hold back when sharing his frustration with the Netflix production during the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson event. He criticized the streaming platform for technical issues that disrupted the broadcast for many viewers, including freezing streams and an overall lackluster experience.
Start with the Netflix production was horrible. I don't know if everybody else's broadcast was freezing. Broadcast was freezing. We had one issue at Pro Box TV. We were doing a watch along and it froze. For the most part, we were okay, but I heard a lot of people had issues with the stream. Netflix should do everybody a favor and stay out of boxing. Hopefully it's a one and done. If FNL, as I used to call them, first and last, they sucked.
Social media also erupted, with the hashtag #ThePaulTyson becoming the #1 trending topic worldwide on X, formerly Twitter. In regions like the US, Brazil, Spain, and Canada, the fight dominated conversations. Paulie Malignaggi shifted his focus to the criticism surrounding the fight, expressing that the scrutiny should fall more on Jake Paul than Mike Tyson. He voiced concerns about Tyson's health and ability to perform at such an advanced age, highlighting the risks involved for the legendary boxer. Malignaggi acknowledged that Tyson's legacy holds immense significance, making the decision to return to the ring all the more impactful.
The criticism is more on Jake than Mike. I was worried about Mike's health here. I was worried about Tyson's, his overall ability at this age to do this. He's a guy that has been really looked up to by many people, especially in my generation personally. My generation, that late 70s, early 80s generation. We were old enough to see him at his very, very best, and it was like almost like a superhero figure, because when you're that age and you're seeing this kind of figure.
He admitted that Tyson surpassed his expectations, showing impressive capability and resilience for his age. However, Malignaggi was underwhelmed by Jake Paul's performance, noting that Paul failed to rise to the occasion. He quickly dismissed any speculation that Jake intentionally held back, clarifying that Paul was genuinely trying to win but appeared too hesitant to fully commit.
I'll be honest with you, man. Mike did a lot better than I thought he was going to be capable of at this age. And Jake did a lot worse than I thought. And what I'm saying is, before people start to say, oh, Jake carried him, absolutely Jake did not carry him. Jake was actually trying to win. Jake was scared shitless. He wouldn't commit to any offense, even when he was throwing his punches. And there's a way to not commit to any offense and still fight well, okay? Even if it might be boring, so to speak. Jake didn't fight well despite not committing to any offense. He was throwing punches and trying to get out at the same time.
Even when millions have watched it, Shawn Porter, a two-time world welterweight champion, offered a blunt assessment and called this a boring fight by Jake Paul. He clarified that his remarks weren't fueled by animosity or fear, but stemmed from his honest evaluation of Jake's boxing abilities and overall impact on the sport.
I'm going pretty hard on Jake, as if I would get in the ring with him. If Jake called me out tomorrow, I'm not getting in the ring with Jake Paul. No, I ain't afraid, but I just gotta keep it real. The kid has no substance. If the kid has substance, we would have been entertained.
He went on to highlight the key elements he felt Jake Paul lacked in his style. For Porter, boxing isn't just about landing punches. It's about creating moments that resonate with the audience and make a fight truly memorable. He emphasized that the sport demands more than just physical effort. It's an art that should leave fans captivated.
There's other ways to entertain people in the boxing ring other than just getting and hitting somebody. You got no flash. You got nothing classy, and nothing jumps off of the screen. And I get it's Mike Tyson. I get you probably, and the script wasn't for you to knock Mike out, hurt Mike seriously, none. I get that. But you gotta figure out a way to entertain everybody.
Held at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, the event brought together fans from all corners of the globe to witness a historic night of boxing. This mega event was not just a fight, it was a cultural phenomenon that redefined how boxing events are consumed and celebrated on a global scale. Piers Morgan reflected on the legendary status of Mike Tyson, comparing his prime to his recent bout against Jake Paul. Morgan emphasized that Tyson, even at 58 years old, showed immense heart and courage by going 8 rounds against a younger and much fitter opponent. He wrote on his X handle and displayed his disgust, saying, "Prime Mike Tyson would have destroyed Jake Paul in 90 seconds. A 58-year-old Tyson went 8 rounds against a much fitter and very capable boxer half his age." Morgan further defended Tyson against any criticism or mockery, underscoring the former champion's bravery and resilience. He praised Tyson's enduring legacy, stating that his toughness and spirit are what define him as one of boxing's all-time greats. He then wrote, "Mock him all you like, but Mike's got the heart of a lion, balls of steel, and will always be an absolute legend." Under the glaring lights of Texas, fans around the world tuned in, eager to witness a battle of generations. For some, it was nostalgia, a chance to relive the glory days of Tyson's reign. For others, it was intrigue. Could Paul, with his brash personality and rising profile, really hold his own against the man who once ruled the heavyweight division? Oscar De La Hoya expressed his disapproval of Jake Paul organizing a fight against Mike Tyson, emphasizing the disparity in age and physical condition between the two fighters. As a former champion himself, De La Hoya drew from his own experience of attempting a comeback at 48, highlighting how challenging it is for older fighters to compete at such a high level. He felt that putting Tyson at 58 years old against a much younger opponent was unfair and disrespectful to a boxing icon.
While watching it, I felt disgusted. Disgusted at Jake Paul for putting this together, knowing that Tyson was 58 years old. See, I'm a fighter myself, and I once tried coming back at 48 years old, and my body just shut down. So when you're gonna fight a 28-year-old like Jake Paul against Tyson, who is a legend, he's a national treasure, a world treasure.
De La Hoya went on to express his admiration for Tyson's bravery and performance, stating that he was proud of the boxing legend for stepping into the ring despite the circumstances. However, he turned his criticism back on Jake Paul, challenging him to fight Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez instead, suggesting that such a matchup would show Paul's true abilities. De La Hoya confidently predicted that Zurdo would knock Paul out if the fight were to happen. He said, "I felt a little disgusted. Not on Mike Tyson, I feel bad for Tyson, but you know what? I'm proud of Tyson, but Jake Paul, hey, if you want to fight Zurdo right now, let's do it and he will knock you out." For Tyson, this fight wasn't about wins or losses. It was about proving something to himself. Reflecting on the match, he expressed no regrets about stepping into the ring one last time. The journey to this moment wasn't without its challenges. Tyson revealed that just months earlier, in June, he faced a severe health scare that almost claimed his life. "I almost died," he admitted, emphasizing the significance of this comeback. For Tyson, simply being able to perform in front of his family and fans was a victory in itself.
I think it was painful to watch. You know, listen, we love Mike, but I don't think anyone envisioned Mike Tyson, the young man who became the youngest ever heavyweight champion, really going out like that.
Post-fight, Jake Paul showed nothing but admiration for the boxing legend. "Mike Tyson, this is such an honor. He's the greatest to ever do it," Paul declared. "He is an icon. It was an honor to fight him. He was exactly what I thought he would be." These words reflected the deep respect Paul held for Tyson, even in a match that many had initially dismissed as spectacle over substance.
I'm sorry I didn't knock him out though, guys.
Shut the fuck up.
Really sorry. He didn't land anything clean, so I honestly didn't feel Mike Tyson's full power, but that's good. Basically, I sprained my ankle, tore the ligament, bruised everything, tore the other side of it. People will never be satisfied with my career until I get flatline.
Though Tyson hinted at the possibility of more bouts in his post-fight interview with Netflix, his later statement on X seemed to mark the end of an era. Tyson suggested that this performance might indeed be his swan song, a fitting farewell to a career that spanned decades and transcended the sport itself. Dana White expressed his gratitude towards Mike.
Oh, this fight is being sold on the fact that everybody wants to see Mike Tyson knock him out in one punch. I don't know. I love Mike. I hope he does well.
As the dust settles, Tyson's final chapter remains an inspiring reminder of his journey, from the youngest heavyweight champion to a cultural icon who continues to captivate audiences. Tunde Ajayi shared his emotional reaction to the fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, describing how difficult it was to watch a legend like Tyson endure the physical challenges of the bout. Reflecting on his live commentary during the event, Ajayi admitted that after the first round, it became clear that Tyson was struggling, yet the hope and admiration from fans in the arena kept spirits high.
You know, it was just a sight for sore eyes, and I think after the first round, we really saw the writing on the wall, and you know, there were moments in that fight where my heart sunk, and I was doing live commentary for the fight, and still, even when we knew there was nothing left of Mike, I was still, you know, I think Mike had so many fans and there's so much love in the arena that there were people even believing that he won the fight. We love Mike that much.
Really? For Jake Paul, this victory was another step in his unorthodox boxing journey, but for Mike Tyson, it was a moment to solidify his place as one of the greatest warriors to ever lace up a pair of gloves. Adam Smith shared his thoughts on Mike Tyson's performance, emphasizing the harsh reality of age and its impact on even the greatest athletes. He acknowledged Tyson's dedication and the immense effort he put into preparing for the fight, but also reflected on the physical limitations that were evident in the ring. He said, "Your body just can't do it. Your mind might say it. You might look in great shape. 6 months of training. Huge respect for Mike Tyson for going through it. But we always knew, didn't we?" He remarked on the struggle of witnessing a legend unable to perform at his peak, highlighting the sadness that came with seeing a man of Tyson's stature unable to recapture the magic of his prime. He added, "We turned 8. The legs wouldn't be there. The resistance, or the whole sort of sad image of seeing a great man unable to do what he once could." Ryan Garcia, known for his outspoken personality and explosive boxing skills, took to social media to call out Jake Paul in a fiery tweet that left no room for ambiguity. Frustrated by the hype surrounding Jake Paul's foray into boxing, Garcia made it clear that he was ready to step in and put an end to what he referred to as the Jake Paul boxing thing. He wrote, "Okay, enough. It's on. I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to end this Jake Paul boxing thing. Bring it on, Jake. I'm dead. Ing serious for you. Hit my team up." Andre Ward, the retired undefeated boxing legend, weighed in on the highly discussed Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson bout, expressing that the result didn't come as a surprise to him. Ward pointed out the significant age difference between the two fighters, emphasizing the challenge Tyson faced at 58 years old and stepping into the ring with a 27-year-old opponent.
I don't know how many people feel like I feel, but I appreciate Mike getting himself in shape.
Oh yeah, I see that. I see that.
And being able to go back and forth with a dude, what, 27? 27 years old, 26, 27? Mike's still taking good shot. And, but you know, sometimes the people that don't really know boxing, and they're just here for the, you know, the euphoria and the excitement and it's Mike, and then you got the Jake Paul fan, they don't really understand that, so they're taking every word literally, and they're believing it, and they expect it to be lived out fight night, and it just ain't gonna always go like that, bro. 58 is 58.
Ward also touched on how casual boxing fans might have misunderstood the reality of the matchup. He explained that the pre-fight excitement had created unrealistic expectations of a competitive and action-packed clash. However, Ward noted that Tyson's physical limitations were clear as the fight progressed, with his aging body unable to fully execute what his instincts demanded.
His body was like, we ain't doing it, bro. When you, like, when them legs go, the distance between him and Jake Paul feels like 5 miles. He's trying to close the distance, and he did it early. He did it early. You just can't keep it up. That's Father Time, still undefeated.
Does this mark the end of Tyson's incredible legacy in the ring, or could there be one final chapter left to write? What are your thoughts on Tyson's performance and the fight overall? Do you think it was ethical of Jake Paul to get in the ring against Mike Tyson? Join the conversation, share your opinions, and let us know if you'd like to see more boxing events like this in the future.